this week on the NFL Coaches Hot Seat. According to Bleacher Report, Gridiron, Urban Meyer, David Coley, Matt Nagy, and Joe Judge.
Hot boy.
All right, so I don't know if anybody saw this, but after the Vikings won last week, there was an awkward celebration with Kirk Cousins, and Kirk Cousins was screaming his favorite quote, "You like that? You like that?" while punching Zimmer in the chest. It was a very awkward moment. That's how we're starting this off. Mike Zimmer's getting flamed up. I'm sorry.
Let's go! Welcome, everybody, to the Rick D Podcast. Fucking let it ride then. How about them Cowboys? Poyer over McGregor any day. The Rick D platform is live right now.
I got some Rick T, from the field to the big leagues. Bang Moody from the three, I'm like KD. Number one draft pick, you should pick me. You ain't considered the GOAT if you don't got a ring. Eric and Jello like Brady throwing it to AB. My team a home run with more stars than the Yankees. Now we getting cocky. Had to put my goals on ice like Sidney Crosby. No, they can't stop me. Got my swing on the bat, put my team on my back. You can get all the games, all the stats, and all the facts. This ain't Stephen A. or Max. Too sharp to get skipped, and you can't dispute that. This a duck put back. If you ever take an L, then we gotta run it back. If you coming here for sports, then you never coming back. That's real, homie, for real. Was a zero, Damian Lil. Now I'm pulling up from the logo. Bang, making them feel. Grinding to get the deal, get your family in the hills. Get focused, put your work in on the court and on the field. That's real, homie, for real. Was a zero, Damian Lil. Now I'm pulling up from logos. Bang, making them feel. I got some Rick T, from the field to the big leagues. Bang Moody from the three, I'm like KD. Number one draft pick, you should pick me. You ain't considered the GOAT if you don't got a ring. You ain't considered the GOAT if you don't got a ring.
Look at this tacky shit I had to do because my shit wasn't connected to Bluetooth. Welcome, everybody, to the Rick T Podcast, Season 2, Episode 26. I am your boy, Eric Holmes, doing it big here on the Rick T platform, man. Joining alongside of me, as we usually do, a big, straight out of the gutter. Straight out of the gutter. Let's bring on himself, Tony K. What's up, my boy?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Hey, you popped off mute. That's how you learn. You live and learn.
Hey, one day at a time.
Hey, Vic Fangio needs to learn some lessons from you, huh?
Vic Fangio needs to be checked into a retirement home, but we'll get into that.
You already doing it big, man. Welcome alongside of me, man. Thank you for joining me alongside here for Season 2, Episode 26 of the Rick T Podcast. Hey, Jello could not make it tonight. He's at work, busting his ass off, making that money for his family. doing it big, man. So taking his spot tonight, you guys know him as Justin Sanchez on the Cookouts and Fist Fights show, man. And I know him as my brother, Justin, man. Welcome alongside Justin Sanchez. What's up, my boy?
What's going on, everybody? Hey, it's a beautiful Saturday night. What?
Hey, I thought
I was on mute.
I thought you were. I thought you were going to come on mute. Now I'm about to laugh at your ass.
Hey, man, that's the way. That's the way. We're kicking it off right.
Yes, sir, man. Doing it big. What's up, chat? Remember, if we hit 35 viewers at any point during the show, we will be giving away a jersey of the winner's choice. So share it out, hype it up, and let's have a good-ass night here on the Rick T Podcast, man. Thank you guys all for tuning in wherever you're tuning in from, whether it's at home, whether it's at work, whether it's on your way to the liquor store. Hey, no free advertisement. Doing it big, man. Be here on the Rick T Podcast, man. You already know what we do here. We talk sports, NFL, MLB, UFC, fan control football, NBA, any sport you can think of and you want to go ahead and toss out in the chat here. We're definitely willing to talk about it. But let's get started on the NFL as we usually do, man. So let's talk about week 6, man. You guys see the week 6 results here. Vikings 34 over Panthers 28. Chargers get destroyed by the Ravens to go ahead and advance to 5-1, 34-6. Cardinals stay undefeated against the Browns, 37-14, even though the Browns have played another one. We'll talk about that here in a second. Raiders go ahead and defeat the Broncos, which my guy Justin Sanchez was at that game. I'm definitely excited to hear how your game was. Talk to him a little bit about that. Seahawks go ahead and lose to the Steelers. We are definitely talking about that one, man. They take a tough L in overtime. Bills lose to Titans on a dumbass 4th down move. Tony will talk about that here soon as well. Buccaneers over Eagles. Jaguars over Dolphins for their first win of the season, as we all three assumed would happen. Packers over Bears. Bengals over Lions. Colts over Texans. Rams destroy the shit out of the Giants. And then the Chiefs went ahead and beat you go ahead and knock this off screen. The Washington football team that go ahead and take them down to 2-4, man. So it's looking good for my Dallas Cowboys. How you doing, man? But starting the day off here, we're about to get into NFL talk here on the Rick T motherfucking podcast. Let's get it. Yes, sir. NFL talk here on the Rick T Podcast. Let's get right into it, starting with the drama that happened in the Seahawks-Steelers game. Is DK really an idiot? Is what the topic name of this is. So Justin, go ahead and roll that tape of DK Metcalf. Is he really a fucking dumbass? Let's go ahead and see it.
Smith throws sideline. It's caught by Metcalf, who lost the football, and it's recovered by Swain. Inbounds with the clock running and no timeouts. And they scramble to kill it. Down to 3 and 2. They line up with 1. The clock in the stadium goes to triple zeros. I thought it was down with 1 second.
The previous play of a completed pass is under review.
Whoa. Well, you've got that on the sideline. There are a whole bunch of things here. First, there's a fumble with a running clock in the last 2 minutes. Who recovers it in terms of advancing it? The ball didn't advance forward. You also have, if you go to replay and have to fix or change something, there's a rundown.
So go ahead and summarize that for you guys. DK, with 10 seconds left, could have just got out of bounds, kicked a field goal, tied the game, went into overtime. He chose to try to play hero ball, as Shannon Sharpe would call it. We'll talk about that here in a second. But they ended up losing in overtime 23-20. So they ended up getting the ball back. They reviewed that the time stopped at 1 second. They hit the field goal, went into overtime, but they still lost. But there was some drama that happened with that, Justin and Tony, man. Fellas, I want to talk about that. So Shannon Sharpe tweeted after that game and said, what was DK thinking? Why try to play hero ball in that situation? DK replied and said, don't question me, little boy. Shannon Sharpe said, Shannon Sharpe said actually this. Sorry about that. Had him out of order. Nothing to question. That was a dumbass play, and your pride won't let you admit it. You can question anything. You can't question anything I've done. Pray your resume will be as complete as mine. Pray. Enjoy the rest of your day. DK responded and said, from the looks of it, I can wipe my ass with yours. Continue to gossip, you washed up wannabe. Less than an hour later, DK followed up that tweet and said, you know what? You're right, Shannon Sharpe. I do pray my resume can match up with yours. # work in progress. baby, man. And we talked about this here on the Talk Your Talk show on Wednesday, so I know a lot of you guys got a little taste of this. But Tony, it's your turn to go ahead and spit on it, my boy. You go ahead and throwing the thumbs down during the video. I wanted to know what that meant. How are you feeling about this whole DK situation? Is he a dumbass? Do you agree with Shannon Sharpe that he's trying to play hero ball in this situation?
No, I don't agree that he's a dumbass. What I think out of this whole situation is, let me answer the question. No, he's not a dumbass. He's not an idiot. And here's why. DK is the kind of player that can put his shoulder down normally and pick up those few extra yards to help make it an easier field goal or get him into a better position to score. So I don't think he's a dumbass. However, I see where everybody else is coming from. Yes, he could step out of bounds, stop the clock, and then put yourself in a better position. But DK is just trying to get as close as he can to the next yard to make things easier. So I think DK has the talent to do what he was trying to do. It just didn't work out how he played.
I like it, man. Justin, I have a question for you, man. My question to you is a little bit different, but I truly want a real answer out of you. Do you think that DK maybe crossed the line by saying he can wipe his ass with Shannon Sharpe's career, called him a washed-up wannabe, called him a little boy? Do you think maybe there's a limit to how much shit you can talk maybe to a Hall of Famer at that?
Well, of course, there's a limit of how much shit you can talk whenever you haven't won a Super Bowl or you haven't done the things that Shannon Sharpe has. So, that's just a kind of a given right there. You can't really compare yourself. What up? You can't really compare yourself to a great when you're not necessarily a great just yet. You know what I mean? Stats don't lie. Play don't lie. To break down this play that DK Metcalf did, being a wide receiver, I think this was a typical thing of not fully securing the ball before you want to run and make a play. So it's a subconscious thing of securing the ball, and then you make the play, you make the next move. I think that he just got the ball, thought of his next move, didn't have it tight. Good play by the Steelers, and good night, man, for the Seahawks.
And I think it's actually crazy that Matt Faraci is saying this in chat. Hell nah, these commentators always talking ish, but get butthurt when players clap back. And I actually thought Matt Faraci, to be honest, knowing him, I thought he would be on the other side of the fence and maybe agree with Shannon Sharpe here. But it's crazy to see that, he agrees with DK. So I got one more question for you, though, Tony, because you didn't get to talk about the subject a little too much. My question to you is this last comment that he said less than an hour after saying, continue to gossip, you washed up wannabe, with no Shannon Sharpe reply. He went ahead and tweeted this. You know what? You're right, Shannon Sharpe. I do pray my resume can match up with yours. # work in progress, baby. So my question to you is this comment sarcastic, or do you think this guy's being serious? Because I've got a lot of different answers on Twitter when I ask this question. I personally think he's being sarcastic as hell, just along with the laughing faces. But I don't know. A lot of people thought he was being genuine, and maybe he came into a realization that he's not as good as Shannon Sharpe. So what do you think on this?
I don't think he's being sarcastic. I think someone had a conversation with him, letting him know Shannon's resume and kind of putting that back into perspective for him. And he went back to cover his ass. I don't think it was sarcastic based off of the laughing faces, because when you and I get into it, Eric, we're always sending laughing faces from start to finish in the argument when we're talking to each other.
You get butthurt as fuck when I send a laughing face, though. Don't tell me you don't.
So do you, bro. We're both childish, but we both send those.
That's what I'm saying. It's sarcastic. He's not fucking serious.
No, but I'll put sorry with laughing faces and shit when I take it past that line. You know what I mean? Like, it's funny at the end of the day.
Chat, I'm going to go ahead and ask you guys this. Please, you guys see RTP Deadly's comment here. What's up, RTP Deadly, man? Appreciate you for tuning in. But he said sarcasm for sure. Much love, boys, but he's hella out of pocket with that. Matt Faraci saying is hella not out of pocket, that he deserved it. The chat is kind of split right now, so I definitely want to know what people are thinking. I definitely want to know opinions, so go ahead and drop them down below as we move on. If we go ahead and get some comments, we'll go ahead and come back to it. But, man, Justin, we talked about this on the Talk Your Talk show last Wednesday as well, but I had to bring this one up because, like I said on Wednesday, someone woke up and fucking chose violence. Someone woke up on one side of the bed and said, I can either hop on the other side of the bed and choose peace today, or stay on this side of the bed and fucking murder somebody. and I think I want to murder somebody. So let's talk about it, man. Richard Sherman, after his injury last week, and he will not be playing this week as well, he said, disappointed, going to bounce back soon, asked a lot from my body in a short amount of time, will be better. Someone replied to him and said, can't possibly come back any worse. Richard replied and said, I could come back as you, Kyle. The man replied and said, you'd immediately no longer be a threat to your wife. So that's good. Damn. So another ruthless ass comment here in the NFL drama talk. So my question to you, Justin, specifically, man, is this too far to come out an NFL player, you know, who, like I said on Wednesday, has so many hands and so many different things that all of us enjoy, whether it's the NFL, whether it's fan control football. The man made one mistake. I definitely don't think he deserved this, but what do you think on this?
Well, I think his mistake was feeding into the comments. That's just one thing at that stage, you know, when you're that popular, you got that many people following you, commenting on your stuff. Just never read the comments. You know what I mean? I learned that. I got beat up by Twitter one time, and it wasn't pretty. And I was just like, you know what? You know, you just stay out of the comments. And especially if I was in that position, I wouldn't even go for that. So I don't think Richard Sherman's even hurt by this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely hope not. When I seen that, though, I was like, ooh. This guy just made it on.
That guy threw a low blow. That's for sure. He threw a low blow.
Definitely, man. Tony, you got anything to say on this before we move on?
No, I don't. That's so funny, bro.
Oh, hell no. Continuing on talking about greatness last week, man. So let's talk about the Baltimore Ravens down there. So just a reminder, the Ravens have been without skill key players like J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards, and Rashad Bateman, starting cornerback and D tackle Marcus Peters and Derek Wolfe, and all-pro left tackle blocking tight end Ronnie Stanley and Nick Boyle, man. And they're still 5-1. And I talked about this on the Talk Your Talk show Wednesday, but man, it is great to see Lamar Jackson doing his damn thing out here. Most quarterback wins before turning 5 in NFL history. Lamar Jackson passed Dan Marino last week and Drew Bledsoe with 35, but he doesn't even turn 25 until January 7th. So man, he still has some time to go ahead and add some dubs under his resume and go ahead and build that up, man. So Tony, I'm going to ask you the same damn question. It's like, this season, the questions are repetitive because so many players are so great week in and week out. Just like Lamar Jackson, are we seeing something that we will never see again with this guy?
I mean, I feel like that question was probably asked back when Michael Vick was doing stuff like this. Not necessarily this stat, but it
was asked with Cam Newton as well.
Exactly. And so we keep saying, are we not going to see this ever again? But then at the same time, we don't think about all the advances that training is taking, the advances in how people on how people train themselves and they get their bodies to be stronger and faster. Players are getting stronger and faster every year. So no, I don't think we'll never see it again, but I think it'll be a while.
Yeah, definitely crazy, man. Justin, same question to you, my brother. What do you think about Lamar Jackson? You think this is 1 in a million?
Lamar Jackson, I guess you could say that he is 1 in a million, just the way he plays. You know, he's exciting to watch, but I don't think that his era or like that style of quarterback play is ever going to go away now that it's out there. You know what I mean? People are just going to keep evolving and keep playing, but he is unique and he is special in his own way, and I do enjoy watching him play.
100% agree, man. As we're talking about quarterbacks, we're going to go ahead and swing it to the quarterback rankings going into week 7, man. Tom Brady sitting at 1, Aaron Rodgers at 2, Dak Prescott at 3, Patrick Mahomes at 4, which I don't know how he made it over Lamar Jackson, honestly leading the league in picks right now.
But he is also on pace for a monster year. And I did some research, and all the trash you've been talking about Pat Mahomes will come up. We'll talk about it a little bit more.
Well, even if we swing it not to Patrick Mahomes and I swing it to the Chiefs' record, what is that going to say?
I mean, that's a good question. That's
a good question. That's like,
but he is on pace for more than 5,500 yards.
Okay, I like it, man. But at 4, Patrick Mahomes, 5, Lamar Jackson, 6, Kyler Murray, 7, Josh Allen, 8, Mr. Matthew Stafford headed to L.A., and 9, Justin Herbert, and at 10, Joe Burrow. You guys can go ahead and read the list 11 through
Where's
32.
Teddy Bridgewater?
He's sitting there at 20. 20. That's actually really not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's actually really not bad. 20. You could be fucking 32 in Davis Mills. Or you could be even worse and be fucking the fucking second overall pick in the 2021 draft at 30.
Zach Wilson.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be Zach fucking Wilson, and it could be really bad for you. But, hey, just looking at it, you guys see it from Kirk Cousins to Davis Mills, Derek Carr, and all the in between. It is a chill. Well, I wasn't disrespecting the man. I'm just speaking facts. He's sitting at fucking 30. What do you want me to do? Call him a great quarterback?
There's like 3 Jets quarterbacks up there in the past like 3 years or like 2 years, I guess. Sam Darnold, Geno Smith was down there balling. You got Zach Wilson. Who else played on the Jets on here?
Maybe
Shit, it
Not
might
sure.
be Teddy Two Gloves if he doesn't get his
Teddy,
shit together.
yeah, Teddy might be on his way.
Hey, it might be motherfucking Tua the way shit's looking down in Miami, man, swinging it on. So the Deshaun Watson talk continues, especially with Miami. This is via the Houston Chronicle. Deshaun Watson could be dealt to the Dolphins this week. So my question to you fellas, is Tua fading just like Ryan Fitzmagic did? Is Jacoby Brissett going to be another backup to yet another team, just like he was down there in Indianapolis, just like he is up here in Miami? Tony, we'll go ahead and get your opinion on this. What do you think of the Deshaun Watson rumors, bro?
I say just ignore it for now until we actually get that alert on our phones that has actually happened. I'm not playing into them anymore. I'm really not. What I do want to play into is the Tua trade rumors, because that is a little interesting to me. I've seen some people say that he could be going to Denver, which I don't want. I've seen some people saying that he could go to a few different places. I don't remember all of them off the top of my head, but the Tua trade rumors are definitely interesting to keep up on. Justin, what are you thinking on that?
True that. Yeah, true that. I mean, Deshaun Watson, it's a touchy subject because, like, I don't truly know what's going on. I don't know if anybody truly knows what's going on, you know? So that's just got to play out. And that's just something that's got to happen. If he does get traded, you know, good for him. I would love to see Deshaun Watson continue on in the league, you know, as long as all allegations are, you know, clear and green, I guess I should say. But that being said, I think that the Dolphins just need to figure it out. Like, you know, it seemed like they were on the uprise this year, and then Tua gets hurt, and now it's just shit, you know? So Dolphins need to figure it out. Sending away Tua is not the move, Chief. You know what I'm saying, Brian Flores? If you're listening, I know he tunes in from time to time, but that is not the move, Brian. Like, you need to chill. Do not trade away Tua. Just be patient, wait it out. Let Tua grow, and let Tua get healthy. And get a damn O-line for Tua.
So actually, when I heard
defense.
this fucking news, you know, I went to my sources, Mr. Eric Holmes Sr., a.k.a. Dolphins fucking super fan. And I said, how do you feel about this, man? How do you feel about the rumors that Deshaun Watson could be the next Miami Dolphins quarterback? He said, I'm fucking tired of Tua. It's about goddamn time. And I said, well, this guy has 22 charges. Is he even able to play? And he goes, yes, Houston's just being a bunch of dicks. He's still on the roster. They're just literally keeping him off the 52-man roster on Sundays. He's still getting paid. He's still not in trouble. So like you said, Justin, I want to see the best for this guy as long as all allegations and charges are clear. But I don't necessarily know the situation either. You know what I mean? I can't always believe your sources.
In my opinion, if a guy has more charges than what he threw touchdowns for the year before, shouldn't be playing football at the moment.
Especially with what's going on in the NFL and around the league and everything, you know, just mind your P's and Q's and play some football, you know. What happened to the good old days?
I mean, I have heard from Drake in his albums that Houston women are pretty bad, but I don't know if it's worth it all, you know.
Houston, Atlanta, Georgia.
Moving on, man. Let's talk a little bit about. We were just talking about Houston, man. The Houston Texans have been outscored 71-3 in their past 2 road games. They lost to the Bills 0-40, and they also lost to Lieutenant Dan and Carson Wentz 3-31. So definitely not looking good for Houston. Just a little quick fun fact as we were talking about Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans, how they were just going downhill. I don't know. Hey, at least they got a dub under their belt. You know what I'm saying? Hey, at least every team except the Lions have a dub under their belt. So, talking about on the other side of the roller coaster, going one way up and the other way down. Tony, let's talk about the Denver Broncos, man. You guys played Thursday against the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns had no Baker Mayfield, no Nick Chubb, no Kareem Hunt. Odell Beckham hurt his shoulder. Like, you could literally name any starting player that they had on their team besides Jarvis Landry, and they didn't make an impact, and you guys still lost 14-17, man. It was definitely a tough game, tough fought game. I will say that. You guys fought to the nail or fought to the end. But let's go ahead and look at our pick'ems for that Thursday night game. Jello said 17-9 Broncos. Tony said, yes, sir, baby. Yes, sir. 14-10 Broncos. I was like, man, I don't really fucking know about this, but I'm going to ride y'all. I'm going to ride with y'all, man. I'm going to go ahead and go Broncos 17-14. The fuck happened, man? We all took an L to start the week
All right,
off.
so obviously the Broncos suck. Can I point out one good thing that happened, though?
Please, yeah, go ahead.
Vic Fangio successfully challenged a play, making him 4 for 11 in his career.
Wow. What a stat, eh?
I am just embarrassed at this point. Like, honestly, Eric, will you take this picture of this dude crying and Photoshop my face onto it, please?
Which one? The one with the baby hat or the dude down below?
The one with the baby hat. That sounds about right.
Yeah, I got you.
Down below, that's Jordan, everybody. Go ahead.
That's
and go ahead.
That's Jordan.
Cute, man.
That's Jordan.
It's a sad season
Jordan,
to be a
baby.
Denver Broncos fan. It's been a sad time since we lost Peyton Manning.
I can sum up what happened, Tony. I could sum up what happened for you guys.
All right, go ahead.
I was there on Sunday, right? You know, watching the Broncos take a pretty heavy-sided Raiders beating. I'm just saying, on special teams, on offense, you guys started to fall apart. But
Hold on, wait.
you
We're not
can
talking
nail-
about the Raiders game. We're
No,
not
but
talking about the
listen.
Raiders.
Listen, hear me out here. Hear me out. You guys get into that scuffle with the Raiders, you know, a hard-fought game, onside kicks, all this stuff, trying to win, bring it in from 21-7 to a 10-point game. That's a hard-fought game. That's hard on your players. That's really hard on your players, especially when you already have a hurt Teddy Bridgewater. So let's transfer into a short week. You got 4 days to prepare for a good team in the Cleveland Browns, but they kind of give you a little leeway. But that's why I think that the Cleveland Browns had all these missing pieces and still beat the Denver Broncos, is because Denver Broncos did face a tough opponent, had a tough game, and then they had a short week.
That is the most bullshit thing I have ever heard in my damn life.
That's real, man. They had a really
hype up the
short
Raiders,
week.
dog. You're just
I
trying
don't
to
know,
hype
man.
up your Raiders.
Give
That
me a
was
chance.
tough
Give me a
game.
chance to do it. Give me a chance. Give me a
You're
chance
really
to
gonna
summarize.
no. Tread lightly here. You're getting in the middle of a Raider Bronco beef. Tread lightly.
Okay. So I'm getting in the middle of a Raiders Broncos beef. Oh, thank you, Chef.
This fool said,
Appreciate it,
"Thank you, chef."
Love you.
Yeah, let me grab mine too.
I
Shit.
appreciate you. I'm just playing. But let me go ahead and summarize why the Broncos are fucking ass now. So you guys start off 3-0. I think the NFL is built off momentum. You guys should have just rode that momentum. I think. Didn't we go ahead and witness your first loss? Was it who was it to? The Ravens?
Ravens or Steelers? Yeah.
I think it was to the Ravens when me and Haley were there, man. I seen it in the Broncos spirits that they were broken. Like Justin said, when you're there, you low-key can fucking feel it. Like their fucking spirits were broke at the end of that game. And after going down 3 to 4 games in a row, bro, you know that momentum is all gone. And I really do feel like NFL is all momentum.
So I can agree with that. I can agree with the momentum piece of it. What I'm not going to sit here and let happen is Justin, as a Raiders fan, take all of the credit for the Broncos being ass, bro.
Okay, so the thing that I'm saying is they had a tough game, being that they battled back and gave the Raiders a fight, right? So that's hard on everybody, the defense, the offense, and special teams. So that strains them. Then they go into a short week against the Cleveland Browns. Mind you, the Cleveland Browns defense isn't hurt, the offense is hurt. All the offense is hurt. So as long as you guys, that's why it's such a close game, is because Broncos defense could keep them in check, but Browns defense ultimately is one of the top in the league. I will go ahead and say, and that is another reason why they won.
Well, I can agree with that. I can, but we also need to take into account that the Cleveland Browns have arguably the best offensive line in the league. So
Right.
you could put a 7th-string running back there, and he's still going to be able to break off 6-7 yards of carry. Now, this would have been an
100%.
absolute slaughter fest if they had Hunt or Chubb in there. I'm not disagreeing that the Broncos definitely should have given up a better fight. All I want to say is fire Vic Fangio mid-season. Get him out of here.
Pull it.
Exactly.
it.
And I'll get onto that a little bit more later in the hot seat, Coach Tony. So we'll talk a little bit more about that. But
Coach Tony coming up soon. As we're talking about the Cleveland Browns, let's go ahead and exit before our first commercial, man. Myles Garrett going sleeveless again. I go sleeveless 2 times and get randomly drug tested both times. I tried 3 for 3, but they can miss me with that blood draw. Not the vibe. Hashtag sleeveless Myles is retired. Jaguars kicker then again replied to him and said, I definitely feel your pain. He actually got a drug test after his 53-yard field goal to win the game for the Jacksonville Jaguars in London against the Dolphins, saying, good morning, Matthew. This is blank with the NFL. I had it for a P test today. Your test will begin at 1 p.m. upstairs in a different location on the other side of the bathrooms near the grill at the cafe. Please bring your ID. Thanks. So drug test popping around when people are doing incredible shit. You know what I'm saying?
I like it. I like it.
Hmm.
It means the NFL is doing their job. Yes.
They're paying attention.
Yeah, they're paying attention.
Doing their thing.
So my thing is, and this might be a dumb question because we run a fucking sports podcast, but I is it my mistake or did I think obviously not peds aren't legal, but isn't marijuana legal? And I feel like players are still getting kind of sting for that.
Only at certain times, so only in the off season.
Oh, okay, that was my question, and I was like, I feel like players are still hot for drugs and shit, and it's like, thought weed was legal. So
Yeah.
peds a little different.
Well, I also want to
There
point
was-
out that Myles Garrett's claiming it's because he went sleeveless. No, it's because the dude's having a monster season.
I mean, look at his fucking his arms are pretty fucking.
It's a good combo of both. I'd say they're probably like
Yeah, I get it, but like the NFL's not looking at
This
that. You have dudes,
tripping.
you have dudes like that all over the league. It's mainly because he's having a monster season, and they want to make sure that nothing crazy is going on.
Yeah, I mean
Speaking
these
of-
DNs are. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say these DNs are essentially moving boulders in the fact that they're 320.
I know. I want to talk about this. Matt, are you okay, dog?
Yeah.
Did-
Tell your fucking wife to get off your Twitch. This is not. I'm not even gonna say it out loud. Remember how many times you guys pause me for saying weird shit? This is the time where I get to pause. This is the time where I get to pause Matt real quick.
Well, Matt's one of the guys that's always backing me up in chat about it. So
Yeah, this time
Fucking
we're getting
pause.
mad. Come on now.
Let's go ahead and finish this off before commercial number 1. Speaking of fucking monster season, somebody had a big monster parlay bet. Let's go ahead and talk about it. This bettor just won $1.3 million after the Browns win hit for his 4th leg parlay. Heading into Thursday's night football, the bettor had a chance to cash out before the Cleveland played. His buddy hit him up and said cashing out is not an option. He said, let's fucking go. So he had the Nuggets beating the Suns, Kings beating the Trailblazers, Appalachian State taking out number 14 Coastal Carolina, which me and Justin were talking about that one. That was a fucking great performance. And then you're really hitting it big with the Browns with no starting running backs, no starting quarterback, no starting receiver, going out there and beating the Denver Broncos with all their starters, or maybe potentially all their starters. But big bet, man. Dude won $1.3 million, man. He did put down $30,000 though. It was fucking, but I'll go ahead and say it. You guys see the comment there. Scared money don't make money. That is fucking crazy. Minus 130 for Cleveland to go ahead and win that. That was his best chance.
yeah, pull that back up real quick. Dude got a text message with a cash out availability of $668,000 plus,
It's not an option, bro.
and his homie said not an option.
That's your best
goddamn
homie right there.
This ain't.
Yo,
Yeah, I'm saying. Remember the
it just
commercial?
tripled your
You might
money.
see it today.
If
Doubled
that
it.
ever happens to me, and y'all say it's not an option, You both and your girls and your children, Eric, are going to Hawaii fully paid on me.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hey, backing out is
Hey,
never a
let's
fucking
go.
option. You guys seen it before we get to commercials. Scared money don't make fucking money. It's a scary thought to think that, but it's a fucking true statement. Scared money don't make money, man. Hey, but getting into commercial break, man, here on the other side of the Rick T Podcast Season 2, Episode 26, we are talking some more NFL shit. We're going to be talking about Ja'Marr Chase versus Randy Moss, their first career games through Week 6. We're going to be talking about the Giants, how they're not very fucking good. We're going to be talking about Matt Stafford playing his old team, the Detroit Lions, this weekend. How is that going to go? So stick around with us on the other side. We're definitely going to have some trivia and a bunch of different shit for you guys. So stick with us. We'll be back in 5. Peace. But this week on the NFL Coaches Hot Seat, according to Bleacher Report, Gridiron, Urban Meyer, David Coley, Matt Nagy, and Joe Judge, man. So let's get into our new segment called Coach fucking Tony. Coach Tony.
Murder on the beat, so it's not nice.
Let's get it, Tony. What you got for us today, man? Who the fuck are you talking about? What coaches are on the hot seat for you, bud?
Yes, sir. Let's go ahead and talk about Mike Zimmer first, man. Can we go ahead and get a graphic up for that?
Yeah, please.
Yes, sir. All right, so I don't know if anybody saw this, but after the Vikings won last week, there was an awkward celebration with Kirk Cousins, and Kirk Cousins was screaming his favorite quote, "You like that? You like that?" while punching Zimmer in the chest. It was a very awkward moment. That's how we're starting this off. Mike Zimmer's getting flamed up. I'm sorry.
I know it's Week 5, but I don't see the Bills losing more than 2 to 3 games this season at the rate they're going, especially with how well their defense has been playing as well.
I'm going to say it. Hang on, Jello. I'm going to say it. If the Bills win the Super Bowl, my big ass is going through a table.
Mafia approved. Definitely. All right. So now we're moving on to the Baltimore Ravens. This is another one. Once again, we've talked about it before.
Y'all want to have a dance battle?
He freezes.
Bro.
Oh, shit. Yo, New York's getting it poppin'.
Chicago, what you got?
Hey.
Oh, Tennessee! Sacramento! LA!
Oh my God, this is just way off.
Minnesota!
No, bro, I'm shutting this down. Let's move on.
Jacksonville! I was thinking the Raptor right here. Hey, let's hit Kansas City!
I can do that one.
Hey! Dang it!
Hey, you gotta pull up.
Hey, let's hit Montana! Oh, shit, Montana's going stupid. Brooklyn!
Nah, bro. Get the fuck down, bro.
New Jersey!
Damn.
Denver! This is the Rick T Podcast, Season 2, Episode 19. I am your host, Eric, along with Jello Retro to Tony Cave. We are out of here. Where's your salsa at, Tony? Where's your salsa? Fucking gringo, for sure. You gringo.
Stop at again.
Moving on, man. Welcome back to the Rick T
Yo.
Podcast, season 2, episode 26. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. I do want to go ahead and remind you guys one more time, if we do reach 35 viewers, we're giving away a jersey to the winner's choice to any jersey, any NFL, NBA. You know, you can even get a UFC jersey if you fucking want. I don't know. Find one. We'll go ahead and buy it for you. But remember, if we hit 35 viewers, somebody is getting a fucking jersey, man. But continuing on with the Rick T Podcast NFL talk, let's go ahead and talk. Like I said, Randy Moss compared to Ja'Marr Chase in their first 6 to 7 games, pretty fucking similar. My question to you guys is, are we seeing Randy Moss 2.0? I just asked, are we seeing Michael Vick 2.0? Are we seeing Randy Moss 2.0 here in Ja'Marr Chase? So you guys see through the first 6 career games, Ja'Marr Chase versus Randy Moss, 27 receptions versus 27 receptions, 553 versus 527. So a couple more yards on Ja'Marr Chase's side. Yards per reception is definitely on Ja'Marr Chase's side, but touchdowns through the first 6 weeks. Randy Moss had 1 in every single game, it looks like, and Ja'Marr Chase is 1 without, man. So, Tony, we'll go ahead and start with you, man. What is going on with Ja'Marr Chase? What are we seeing in this kid?
The dude's an animal, and when you pair him with a quarterback that he has played with before, you're going to have chemistry between the two. Burrow knows he can trust him. That's the bottom line. And I don't know much about the height or weight similarities between the two. Dude's a monster, though. You can't deny it. And, I mean, the stats are proving it. We might be seeing Randy Moss 2.0.
Hey, amen to that, man. That was a great answer. Justin, swinging it to you, bro. What are we seeing in this kid, Ja'Marr Chase? I know a lot of us on draft night, you included, didn't think this was a very good pick. We thought he should go ahead and pick Penei Sewell, go ahead and protect Joe Burrow's, torn right ACL. But, man, it's going ahead and turning out for him. Ja'Marr Chase versus Randy Moss. What are you thinking on their first 6 games, bro?
Yeah, so that pickup of Ja'Marr Chase with the Bengals, I think it's paid off for them, being that Joe Burrow's got that extra target, and that guy's been making some plays, man. I usually don't pick up rookies, but in my fantasy league, I went ahead and picked up Ja'Marr Chase. I didn't start him for like the first 4 games, but now the last 2 and this week and going forward, he's going to be at my flex position or even at wide receiver 1, being all the buys and injuries. So I think he's a good pickup for anybody that is playing fantasy. And the fact that he is comparable to Randy Moss, if you kind of go down that list, he's better. You know what I mean? And then you, besides Randy Moss having 1 touchdown on him, everything else is a little bit better. The first one's tied. So I mean, you can kind of say that they're the same, but you kind of give the chip off to Ja'Marr Chase. But like Tony said, you kind of got to go back and look at who's quarterback, and what was going on and stuff like that, because this Bengals team is really fighting in that division.
Yeah, man. And someone to go from, LSU national championship, Joe Burrow and Ja'Marr Chase, to go to 4-2 Cincinnati Bengals after being trashed for the last 10 to 15 years is actually pretty impressive. And then to see this kid's numbers next to Randy Moss's, like you said, we kind of give the chip off to Ja'Marr Chase. But it's impressive, bro. Ja'Marr Chase is doing impressive things. One thing I want to say to you, Justin, you shouldn't be skeptical on him in fantasy anymore. You should not have been skeptical after him in like week 2. You should be like, all right, this guy is going to my wide receiver 1 spot. He's going to ball out week in and week out. We're going to see what this guy can go ahead and produce, because you guys see it in 6 games. He has 5 touchdowns, 553 receiving yards. It's hard to reach 1,000 yards, and this guy hit it in 6 games.
Right. Yeah, and in my defense in that league, I have a 5 wide receiver cap, and he was like my 5th wide receiver. So, and not like playing wise, I'm just saying on the roster and all that, you know what I mean? So I had I had receivers ahead of him already. I got DeAndre Hopkins, Adam Thielen, Tyreek Hill. I got some good options.
Yeah, definitely. And if you guys do have some fantasy talk chats, you guys can definitely drop them in chat, live chat. Go ahead and call into the show live, and we'll go ahead and answer any fantasy question you guys have. You guys seen it in Dawn and Mike Clark. They do it week in and week out. Go ahead and ask me and Tony some stuff, and we go ahead and give them great answers. Matt Ferracci64 is saying, trying to trade with Jay. Don't do it. I've been telling everybody, Jalen's dangerous. He's like an ugly cat that always wins the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, his team is horrible, but let's not forget that he was the champion last year. Like, let's not forget that he's still a good fantasy player. Same with Jello. Don't trade with Jello. Leave his ass at the bottom. Let him, like I said last week, let him reach for air at 1-5, whatever he is, 0-6, 1-5, whatever it may be. But let him stay low, because those are good fantasy players that are having bad years. Just seeing the New England Patriots do the same damn thing without Tom Brady. They're not the greatest. They're not the greatest team anymore. So let them stay bad. You do not want to see Bill Belichick get good again. I promise you don't. But let's go ahead and talk about the New York Giants, man. Not very good, man. So I don't know if this is a curse or maybe a gift in disguise. Maybe they'll go ahead and get a Super Bowl in like 2030 or something. I don't know. But the Giants' recent starts through week 6. So in 2017, they were 1-5. 2018, they were 1-5. 2019, they were 2-4. 2020, they were 1-5. And this year, they go ahead and whip out the 1-5 one more time for us. So, Tony, I'm going to go ahead and start with you, and I could probably answer this question the best, but I'll go ahead and let you guys answer first. What the hell is going on with the New York Giants? What happened to the greatness that they once beheld? Winning Super Bowl championships, beating Tom Brady's undefeated 16-0 Patriots. What happened to those Giants, bro?
No Eli Manning.
Wow.
I mean, if you don't have a Manning, I don't think you can win. It's just like us here in Denver. We can relate a lot to that. We don't have a Manning, we're not winning. And I've been saying since last year, Jones is not the guy, and I don't think he is going to be. I don't have a lot of faith in the dude. I know he makes some good plays every once in a while. He's a consistent quarterback. He puts up consistent numbers. You don't see any great games out of him. I don't like him as a quarterback. I don't.
Oh my God, Tony Cave seems to believe that Danny Dimes, a.k.a. Daniel Jones, a.k.a. Vanilla Vic, is not the guy down there in New York. So I can agree with that. I can go ahead and vouch for that. But Justin, what are you thinking on these New York Giants? I know you have a little bit of insight to these New York Giants. What's your thoughts on them since 2017, bro?
I think you guys do have a tough division over there in the NFC East, which makes it hard for them whenever they're trying to put the pieces together. They don't really have a good wide receiver core. The offensive line is kind of starting to round out, giving Daniel Jones the option to start spreading the rock to Kadarius Toney and other options. Sterling Shepard's been hurt, you know what I mean? Evan Ingram's been hurt. There's not a lot of options for Daniel right now. And Saquon Barkley, big toll, him getting hurt again, you know what I mean? It's just a downhill spiral for the Giants at this point. I think that their defense is solid, and they have a lot of good players, and one of the best tacklers in the league in Blake Martinez. But being how tough the division is, Cowboys playing well-rounded football. Yeah. Blake Martinez is out for the year?
Yeah, he tore his ACL like 2 weeks ago.
Ouch. Yeah, see, I had no clue. So you just take all that into factor to see how the Washington football team is playing. How they played against the Bucs, who won the Super Bowl last year. They played a good game. Dallas, I don't know what's going on with you guys. You guys are playing well-rounded football. The Eagles, I don't know about the Eagles, man. I haven't really watched too much Eagles football, but Raiders are going to be playing them, so I'll be keeping an eye on them this week. And I'm expecting a Raiders dub, but we'll see.
So,
but yeah, man, I think that leaves the New York Giants to be
shitty, like you said, not very good. That's a simple but very elegant graphic there. But let me go ahead and tackle this topic myself. Why are the Giants not very good since 2017? And I couldn't date you years back and tell you why the Giants are bad, but I can tell you exactly why they're bad now. And I said this earlier. The NFL is built on momentum, whether it's winning games, whether it's winning championships, whether it's building a successful franchise. The NFL is built on momentum. And once you beat the 16-0 Patriots to go ahead and ruin their undefeated season, no one's been undefeated since the 1972 Dolphins. I definitely didn't want to see the Patriots do it. So the Giants knocking them out added a step on their legacy. They won the Super Bowl that year, add a step on their legacy. Eli Manning has brought them multiple Super Bowls since being there, add that on their legacy. And then recently, since 2017, you go ahead and look at the graphic here, 1-5, 1-5, 2-4, 1-5, 1-5. That tenders somebody's momentum here in the NFL. When you have Joe Judge, when you don't have Eli, like Tony would say, you don't even have Saquon and Daniel Jones right now. Like, those guys aren't even mentally there, physically there on the field. Like, I don't know what is going on with their players, but I'm telling you, they have lost all momentum up there in New York. And if they want to be anything in the near future, I think they need to get that back. And it starts with one simple thing. It starts with getting a big win. It starts with, getting a big player in the draft. Like, they had a little bit momentum when they got Saquon. Tell me they did not. Everyone thought Saquon was instantly better than Zeke. You didn't even need to see him. He's better than Zeke. You know what I mean? That
100%,
momentum built into the season, and then Saquon injured. The next year, injured. You know what I mean? That tenders somebody's momentum. I'm telling you guys, trust me when I say this, NFL is built on momentum. If you can keep the momentum and ride the momentum, you're going to be a decent team. You're going to go ahead and be a good coach. It is what it is. And I'll go ahead and use the Bills, for example. They got fucking one player in Josh Allen. And he was from Wyoming. No one even thought he was the best quarterback in that draft. I'll personally even say I just thought he had the strongest arm in that draft. I didn't think he was the best. They built that momentum, that defense when they were the number one defense in 2020 or whatever it was, 2019. Josh Allen went ahead and showed he had the strong arm. And then they went ahead and add to that momentum by going ahead and trading for Stephon Diggs. And then you add to that momentum by making it to playoffs, a deep run into playoffs. You know what I mean? And then you add some momentum by paying Josh Allen to be one of the in the NFL. Momentum is a huge thing to me personally in the NFL, and you guys will see it tomorrow, even during the games. After hearing me say this, watch how momentum swings a game. And you guys know it, being podcast hosts. You guys know how momentum works. But just watch it.
Yeah,
personally, for real, like, sit there and watch a game and be like, they're down by 10, they're down by 13. If they can get one fucking big play, watch how the game flops on its ass.
Players get a fire under their ass and want to start playing.
It makes you think you can do anything, bro. Momentum. When your team is fucking
100%.
6-0, you're telling me the Cardinals are going into any game against any team thinking, fuck, these guys are good. Hell no. They're going in there, man. We're 6-0, man. We're about to whoop this team's ass. And it's usually what fucking happens. So,
right.
I don't know. That was just my long Jello take. Sorry about that, fellas. But speaking of quarterbacks, let's go ahead and talk about two quarterbacks facing their previous teams this week. So last week in an interview with Dan Campbell, he said on Jared Goff, he needs to step up more than he has. In that same interview on Matthew Stafford, he said he's doing a dang good job out there. And I don't know what you guys are thinking, but man, it kind of looks like Dan Campbell wishes he had Matt Stafford still in Detroit. But those guys do play each other this weekend. Sean McVay on the Jared Goff trade, he also said, I wish there was a better, clearer communication to say that I was perfectly handled on my end. I wouldn't be totally accurate in that. Jared Goff replied to that and said, it takes a man to say something like that. It still happened the way it did, but I do appreciate him saying that. And just some inside news on that exact little statement, exact little situation. You guys know Jared Goff used to play for the LA Rams, good friends with the guy on the right there, Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald wanted to text Jared Goff and tell him that I'm coming for you this weekend. I'm gonna get you this weekend. He had to go through his coach. He had to go through his GM. He had to go through ESPN, all to make sure that was okay for him to text Jared Goff because he was on a different team now. Knowing they're best friends, they played together for fucking 5 years, still had to go through 7 different levels to go ahead and text him. Fucking wild. Justin, we'll start with you on that one. Yeah, what's your whole opinion on, the whole text situation? What's your opinion on the whole Dan Campbell, Matthew Stafford situation? Jared Goff. What is going to happen this weekend with this game, bro? It's going to be a banger.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a shootout. That's for sure. I mean, as long as the Lions defense can come to play and be able to sustain, the LA Rams tempo and stuff like that. They got Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, a lot of good players. My biggest thing, though, is it just sucks that people have to go through that just so they don't get canceled. You know what I mean? Imagine if he told him, I'm going to take your head off. Boom, tackles him, Jared Goff gets hurt, and then all of a sudden now it's a big fiasco. Get him off the field. You know what I mean?
It's like to do that, yeah.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't need to be that way. I get texts every day on Madden when I'm playing. You know what I mean? Ain't no thing. I don't know if they go through ESPN and all that, but that's how it should be. You shouldn't have to jump through all kinds of hoops to talk some shit. In my opinion.
Agree. Tony, what are you thinking on this whole situation, bro?
completely agree with Justin. These guys are grown men. They should be able to text whoever they want to text. If he wants to text Jared Goff and tell him he's going to put him in the dirt, by all means, go ahead. Not much else to say.
Yeah. Well, I think Eric froze, but let's move on to whatever he had next, CJ. And I mean, I think that's exactly what it was. He didn't want to get canceled. Like he said, you know what? I'm good on that. I don't want to get canceled. But let's move into this one here. Looks like we got John Gruden, Josh Jacobs. Man, the sideline was just so. Oh, I know exactly what this is. Okay, so man, the sideline was just so. It was no anxiety. It was weird. It was like everybody was calm, and you didn't have somebody cussing at you or going crazy on the ref. None of that. Something bad happened. It was like, okay, next play. And this is Josh Jacobs talking to the media about what the Raiders sideline was at the Broncos. And honestly, I was on Raiders sideline, and I kind of seen that. A lot of Raiders players were chilling. They were having fun. When big plays were being made, you seen guys coming off the bench and running on, basically not on the field, but running up on the sideline, you know what I mean? And just being super hype. Another thing is I rewatched the game, and there was, you know, a couple camera bits of the interim head coach, but a lot of it wasn't really wasn't too much there. But typically it's always a shot of Gruden being pissed off on the sideline. You know what I mean? So rewatching the game on TV and not seeing that, you know, it was kind of a sigh of relief because I'm always like, damn, like they're about to bench Carr or something just by like a look. Like, man. But, you know, seeing the energy that they had as well just showed, you know, what Josh Jacobs was saying, you know, that nobody was cussing or going crazy on refs, none of that. They're all working together. They're all in the same boat, typically. All this was kind of sprung on everybody, so everybody's going to work together to get to the same goal. And I think that makes this Raiders team even scarier if we can stay healthy and keep that mentality.
I like to take Matt Faraci saying in chat, when there are tough circumstances a team faces, they normally come together and perform well. And I can completely agree with that, Matt. As a Broncos fan, I would love to have you guys having chaos on the field. But as an ex-football player, I've been on the sidelines. I've been through the hectic times. I've been through the calm times. A calm sideline really helps you move on to that next play, like he was saying. But like I said, I would love for you guys to have that crazy, hectic John Gruden on the sideline again, just to cause havoc and make your team anxious. But I guess I can't have everything that I want, right?
Right, man. Yeah, that's why it's good for the Raiders in a way.
Facts.
What you got on that, Eric? What
Wi-Fi
do you think?
Honestly, I don't know if this was disrespect or if this was shade or if this is respect. I don't know how to take this.
Well, so let me give you a little backstory because I do watch a lot of the Raiders media, and this was Josh Jacobs already had like a 15-20 minute media session. This is just one question that they asked him. So it's not like the whole thing was about this. It was just something that he kind of touched on. And I think what he said is accurate because, like I was telling Tony, I was kind of looking at that Raiders sideline. People were coming off the bench and running up on the sideline and making a big deal. So if Derek Carr wasn't always just sitting down on the tablet, it was like a different Raiders team, kind of a more free, you know, everybody's going to figure it out type team. So.
Yeah, 100%. Okay. I can see that, man. Tony has it on for sure, stressing over his Dodgers. What's the score on that?
4-2 right now.
Atlanta?
Yeah, bottom of the seventh.
Let's go!
You're literally wearing a Blue Jays hat.
I don't fucking care. You want me to put my Atlanta hat on? Just playing, man. 4-2 Braves, bottom of the seventh. Ooh, this is a fucking.
If the Dodgers lose, it's not a good day for LA. Between the Dodgers and the UCLA football team, it's not a good day.
Let's not fucking forget about them trash ass Lakers. Let's not forget about.
Oh, we don't care about the Lakers.
That motherfucker looks so stupid doing that shit.
No, hell no. That's Russ's thing. That's why he did that.
No, I'm not saying like that the celebration is stupid. I like the celebration. I would actually rock that. But the they're fucking horrible. Like, win a game first.
Yeah, I know. Westbrook's
Yeah,
a
you got a
child.
point. Let's
That's
move
like
on.
Dan
Let's
Campbell
move
out
on.
there, like, you know,
Breaking
like,
it
shut
down.
up. Yeah, like, shut up and get back on the sideline, Urban Meyer. You washed up wannabe, as DK Metcalf would say. Moving on, man. But I got a question for you guys and chat. What was your guys' favorite parts of week 6, man? It was a crazy fucking week in the NFL. Honestly, it was a great week. Can't lie, we've seen a bunch of different things, but what was your guys' favorite part of week 6? Go ahead and drop it in the chat. Tony, what was your favorite part of week 6, honestly?
The Bills getting shut down on 4th and 1 to lose the game. And I know I normally am a Bills fan, but that won me my fantasy game.
You're also a football fan, though. Like, that's good football. You know what I'm saying?
That's great football. And it's
Facts.
fun to watch. My grandpa and I argued about it a little bit today. So
Good football. And honestly, before I get to you, Justin, I do have to tell a little statement. Good football is honestly sometimes too good. Like, there was a game that I wanted to end today. It went to 9 overtimes.
Yeah,
The
that
game
was
right
a crazy
before-
game.
Dude,
Yeah.
that is good football, but I was sitting there in like overtime number 6, like, no fucking way this is gonna keep going. Like, hurry up. Hurry up, bro. Like, end the fucking game. 9 overtimes.
Yeah,
That's a
Nothing.
one in a lifetime game.
yeah.
Facts.
absolutely.
Longest college football game in history was today. I think it was like 7.5 hours. Damn.
That is crazy.
Yeah. But Justin, what was your favorite part of week 6, bro?
Yeah, man. So week 6 was lit for me because I went to Raiders Broncos, got to see them go play some good football, ball out there at Empower Field. Then I went back, I got some good food. We were chilling, vibing out, and I got to watch that Steelers Seahawks game. You know what I mean? Just kicking back, relaxing, and that was a hell of a game. So that was just like the cap on it. You know what I mean? I was just thankful the NFL people were with me. You know what I mean? And it was tight. So yeah, man, it was awesome. It was a good football Sunday.
100% agree, man. Let me go ahead and read chat, man. Matt Faraci saying best part of week 6 was Jets not losing. They had a bye.
Hey. Ooh.
I mean, hey, take the dub any way you can fucking get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Zach Wilson. Rest that
Zach
slanger,
Wilson.
you know what I'm saying?
Those
Rest that slanger.
His
Zach.
QBR was 100% this week with no interceptions. Let's go ahead and give Zach Wilson a fucking golf clap for that one. Congratulations on the win, Matt. Congratulations on the Jets win.
Let's go.
Moving on, man. If you guys have an opinion to drop on your guys' favorite part of week 6, go ahead and drop them in chat. Calling to the show live. We'll go ahead and bring them back up. But I got some trivia for you fellas. And I'm hoping you guys didn't look ahead in these. But let's go ahead and talk about it. This is for you fellas, Tony, Justin, and everyone in chat. Absolute W for Zach. Yeah, it fucking was.
Yeah.
But I want to go ahead and show you guys something real quick. Most consecutive attempts without an interception. At 3, Kyler Murray at 110. At 2, Matt Ryan at 123. Who is number 1 with 144? And these two on the sides of it, they may be the option, they may not. But Tony, who do you think it is? Without looking forward, just who do you think it is?
I don't want to gamble on Patrick Mahomes. I really don't. But I also don't want
the
to
league in picks.
Oh, is this for this season or for all time?
Yeah, this is for this season.
Oh, Big Ben.
You think it's
No,
Big
wait.
Ben?
No. That's a horrible bet. I'm gonna go Tom.
Tom Brady. Justin, who's your guess on this one?
I'm going to go with that dude over there with the Rams, Matt Stafford.
Matt Stafford, Tom Brady, the answer with most consecutive attempts without an interception at 144, leading the league. And you guys will not fucking believe this.
It's probably Derek Carr.
No, fucking Carson Wentz, Lieutenant Dan.
Oh,
144. The man is low-key slanging cookie. I can't hate on him.
Wow.
The man Carson Wentz, 144 attempts without an interception. The guy, 2 sprained ankles, but man, he got both of his wrists. You know what I'm saying? He got his hands, his arms working right. Fucking A. Carson Wentz. Hey, those are obviously both pretty good guesses.
Matt Farage is going wild in the chat. He's a
no fucking way.
Matt Stafford.
Eli Manning, random guess.
Random guess.
Matt
Oh.
Stafford. Wow.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I thought it was Stafford too. Like I was like, that dude's slinging cookie around.
As soon as I said Big Ben, I thought about it and I was like, dude, literally 2 weeks ago we just saw him throw into triple coverage and a linebacker picked him off. That's a horrible.
Well, and that's
bet.
why I was laughing when you're like, I don't really want to take the risk on Pat Mahomes. And I'm like, oh, really? His fucking 11 interceptions to lead the league? You don't want to take a risk?
Well,
he probably
no,
gets
hang
like
on.
9
Distracted.
passes.
Well, I didn't know if we were talking all time or not.
Oh, no, this is just his season. Yep, Kyler Murray at third with 110, Matt Stafford at second with 123, and Carson Wentz leads it at 144. But I do have some more trivia for you fellas and everybody in chat. And there's no fucking way you guys are getting this one because I would have never got this one. But looking at it, man, who would you rather own in a fantasy league here? So player A, 99 touches compared to player B's 101. So he's down a little bit. Player A's targets, 42 compared to 22. So almost double it, or it is double it. Yards, 509 yards compared to 576. Touchdowns, 4 compared to 5. But fantasy points, 108.9 compared to 104.6. So my question to you, Tony, is which one would you rather own, player A or player B? That's the question. I'll ask you who you think it is in a minute. But player A or player B, who would you rather own?
Based off fantasy points, I'm going player. No, I don't like that. I'm going to go against the fantasy points. I'm going player B.
See, and that's what I'm saying. It's tough. Fantasy points really don't mean everything. You know what I'm saying? So it just kind of depends on how you want them to play. So you're going player B. You're going against the fantasy points. Justin, question is for you now. Which player would you rather have, player A or player B? And chat, go ahead and answer this one quickly as well so I can go ahead and get you guys.
I'm thinking like a real coach here, and I'm going player A. Oh, man. See, just like Matt Faraci said, player A because he has 3 less carries than player B, but he has 20 more targets. So that means he's getting the rock more, and he has just about as much touchdowns, way less yards, but you know what I mean? He's getting the rock more and being more of a playmaker for me, so I'm choosing A.
Okay. The question is back to you, Tony. Who do you think player A and player B may be?
I can't give you.
I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a hint. They're both running backs.
Okay. Can I just give you 2 players, or do I need to guess which one's which?
No, you can just give me 2 players.
Okay, both running backs.
And I'll give you another hint. One more hint. They're both running backs, and neither of them, to be honest, I think in everybody in the world's opinion, are in the top 15 backs in the NFL. They're not in the top 15, so they're on the lower end.
Okay, so then with that information, I'm going Myles Gaskin.
Okay, ooh, good guess.
And
he's going off Jersey.
I'm like, damn, that was a good guess.
I seen it through the blur.
And Sanders.
Miles Sanders and Myles Gaskin.
Yeah.
Both Miles. Justin, who you going with? Who is player A and who is player B?
You know, I can kind of see it through the blur, so I got to go with my boy Myles Gaskin. But I'm going just based off the amount of times this dude touches the rock and the way I see Justin Herbert playing it around the yard. That's Austin Eckler's numbers right there.
Nice. Those are honestly really fucking good guesses, but the results are in. Hold on. Miles Sanders is player B and Swift is player A. Are you talking about DeAndre Swift? Bad guess.
Wait.
Wait. Who would you rather own, DeAndre Swift or James Robinson? Those are player A and player B.
No.
Wow.
Hey, it's tough because I know me personally, I've had both of these players on my fantasy team this year. I still have DeAndre Swift. He does great for me. I got rid of James Robinson
is a monster in PPR.
Now
in PPR, he's been going off for me all year in my other league.
Okay. See, that's why I can't fuck with PPR. It's so easy, low key. It's like fucking carry for loss of 5. You still get a point because he touched it. Like what? Like what the fuck? How does that even work? But hey, people like playing that way, man. But you guys seen the trivia. Player A, 99 compared to 101. Actually, I guess I can show this one because we know the fucking players now. 99 to 101, 42 targets to 22 targets. That's where DeAndre Swift comes into play in that pass game. 509 to 576, 4 touchdowns to 5, 108.9 fantasy points to 104.6. Who would you rather own on your fantasy team? Tony chose James Robinson. Justin chose Swift. Hey.
100%.
And I have James Robinson in my other league, so that makes sense.
And I have James Robinson, but I don't have Swift.
And I have Swift, and he's hit or miss for me. So I enjoy him in the pass game, though. I won't lie, man. But getting into our second week of our new segment, Mr. Coach fucking Tony. Let's get it. Fucking wrong goddamn video. I'm not even clicking nothing. Go ahead, man.
Murder on the beat, so it's not nice.
Coach Tony, you guys seen it here. Tony, who do you got on the hot seat today?
Okay, so this first one's not going to surprise you guys at all. Vic Fangio. This guy needs to go into a retirement home. I said it to start the show off. I'm going to repeat it. I'm over it. The dude is horrible at play calling, horrible at challenging plays, even though he got one. He's 4 for 11 in his career. I'm over it. I really don't think he should have any hand in the offense. I want to see him gone, and if he's not fired tomorrow, I'm going to start a petition. I want this guy out of here, no ifs, ands, or buts. Okay? So now we're going to move on to the one that is actually going to take Justin and Eric's participation in this segment.
Believe me, it took my motherfucking breath away when you told me.
Yeah, so I got Sean McDermott, and if anybody doesn't know, that's the Bills head coach. Here's why. Down by 3, 20-something seconds on the clock, 4th and 1 on the 2-yard line. They run a QB sneak, and Josh Allen gets stuffed, literally stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. They lose the game off of that. Now, I was talking to my grandpa, who is a huge Bills fan, and he was completely on board with the call. I asked him why, and he said he wants the offense to have complete confidence going into the rest of the season. He wants the offense to know that the coach trusts him, and he wants confidence in the offensive line as well. My argument to that was, you guys have the best defense in the NFL. Why would you not use it to your advantage in overtime? So, Eric, Justin, come on screen real quick and help me out with this one.
Honestly, I'm taking back. I was on board with the 4th and 1 call, especially with a fucking 6'6", 240-pound quarterback like Josh Allen. You're paying him $140 million over the next 6 years. Run, and this is my thing with that exact play. I know exactly what play you're talking about. They started out in shotgun, and he instantly ran up under the fucking center, and his foot slipped, and he got tackled. Game over. My thing is, like I said, 6'6", 240 pounds. That's like a Derrick Henry back there. Why not let him stay in shotgun and get momentum going forward? That way, if he has to bounce outside or has to jump over or has to put his shoulder down, he can. But when you're under the center and it's raining and your foot slips, like, you're fucked.
So my grandpa says, why not go over with the QB sneak?
You've seen Dak Prescott. You've seen so many fumbles.
And I don't like that either. I don't like that either.
Yeah,
my grandpa really made me think about why I shouldn't put this on here. But I already wrote the script. So there's no turning back. So Justin, go ahead and answer this one for us.
Yeah, and I think it was a risky play call. I think if he was in shotgun, it might have been too much yardage to go, being how the game was going. And the fact of going over, man, I think that would have been the goal if he didn't slip. You know what I mean? That's just the main factor. That foot looked like it slipped, maybe it was the nerves, maybe he was nervous Nelly at the moment. I don't know. But Sean McDermott in the hot seat for this, it's more of a player thing, but I agree with you. Kick the field goal, get out of there.
Go to overtime. Trust your defense, man. Trust your defense. It is what it is, but I only had 2 for the hot seat this week on Coach Tony, so thanks for you guys' help.
Cog.
Murder on the beat, so it's not nice.
Murder on the beach, so it's not nice. That was Coach Tony. Sorry, I had to get ratchet with it real quick. We're going to get into a quick commercial break, man. On the other side of commercial break, as you guys know us, our NFL Week 7 pick'ems are on the other side, along with a little bit of NBA and MLB talk. You know, we had a couple topics to go ahead and throw in there, man. So stick with us. We'll be back in 4. Peace.
Watch us pull if a market for Aaron Rodgers ever opens up, watch the same thing happen that happened with Peyton Manning. He comes here, waits 2 years, wins a bowl, retires.
Not in this division, Tony. I'm just gonna keep it straight up and honest with you right here.
First of all,
never ever.
First of all, hang on. First of all, that's the team I'm worried about least. Least in the whole division. Least.
Come on.
Least.
Come on,
Absolute
man.
least. On the subject of quarterbacks, can I bring up our quarterback, Broncos quarterback?
Drew Lock or Teddy Two Gloves?
Let's talk about Drew Lock.
I was gonna. Last time they won a bowl, who are we talking about? The Raiders or
Jay?
Oh, he's definitely talking about the Raiders.
Oh yeah, he's.
But hey, you know what? The first things first is we got a good ass season popping off, bro. And the thing is, we got Derek Carr, who's the first leader. Darren Waller, second. Who shares the stadium? The Chargers. You got to worry about them the least. They share a stadium with the Rams.
they have the best quarterback in that division, and that's
Oh.
Bro,
No bias. No, don't be biased
This isn't
around
bias.
here.
I swear to God,
Biased as hell.
you guys know I'm a huge Justin Herbert fan. Fuck the bias. Fuck the break. I'm telling you, midway week 6 through
the Raiders.
Year, I'm gonna look at both of you and I'm gonna go, what did you say about Justin Herbert not being the best quarterback in that division? Or the Dallas Clark back from his summer vacation? Dallas Clark said, let Gain fight Jones. John Bones should have fought at least one fight. He also said, yeah, man, if he can stay off the peds. John Jones is on drugs. He's been on drugs. I'll say this about Will Ford and I'll say it about John Jones. Stay off the drugs, and then we can talk. But until then,
I want to ask you guys something just because I can cash out a bet right now. So I had a parlay for the Lightning, the Angels, the Giants, and the Astros. I put $40 on it. The payout was $162.04. Currently, I'm sitting with 2 of those teams have won. The other 2 teams are up by 1. And I could cash out right now for $108.82, or I could let it ride for $162.04. Chat, let me know what I should do. I'm going to do whatever chat says.
let it ride.
Let it ride?
Let it ride. I would let that ride, bro. Chris Herbert with the cash.
Ooh. Okay, it's up to 110 now. It keeps going up.
Let it ride for sure.
It keeps going up, baby. It's up to 110 now.
It's mixed. It's mixed.
Cash out. Oh, man, I don't know what to do.
Oh, no. Jigga Man, the man of all man.
He broke it. Cash out.
He said, cash out, how you doing?
Oh, what? Please try again. Cash out. We're about to catch me crying on stream if this shit doesn't let me cash out.
He said, cash out, put that 108 on Dustin.
Yes, I got the cash out. Let's go.
Stay in.
No, Jigga! Jigga said cash out. That was the tiebreaker. See?
That's it.
Cash out. Stay in. What am I supposed to do here, Jigga?
Holy shit.
Oh! Jesus is Lord. Yes. Come on. Be nice to me! Oh, bitch! Bitch, no! Bitch, no! Did I win? Woo! Woo! Let's go! Dub City, baby. I love you, yeah.
Hey, that bitch got hydraulics.
Yes, sir. You know.
Welcome back to the Rick T Podcast, Season 2, Episode 26, man. We couldn't have made it this far without you guys all watching, man. But getting into hour number 2, before we do our NFL pick'ems, we definitely had some NBA and some MLB topics that we definitely wanted to bring up, being that they're both in the swing of things. In the swing of things, baby. So let's start off with some NBA talk. When this one's interesting. This one maybe not too shocking to a lot of people, but I thought this was interesting. Just an interesting topic I wanted to bring up. But Zaire Wade is signing, or Zaire Wade is signing with the NBA G League deal and is expected to join the Jazz affiliate Salt Lake City Stars. So just so you guys know, Dwayne Wade's son is now, part of the G League, joining his dad's own franchise, the Utah Jazz. So we'll see what can happen there. Moving on to something a little more interesting in the NBA, man. Ben fucking Simmons. What is going on with this guy? On Monday, Ben Simmons practicing in his sweatpants with his phone in his pocket. Tuesday, Ben Simmons has been suspended for 1 game due to conduct determined to the team. As a result, Simmons will miss the 76ers season opener at New Orleans tomorrow night. That was Tuesday. Ben Simmons has been suspended. Also, that same Tuesday, Matt Faraci said Ben Simmons is tripping. I agree. Joel Embiid, teammate of Ben Simmons, said, at this point, I just don't care about that man. So, Tony, I'm going to go ahead and ask you first because you probably know a little bit more about it than I do. The fuck is going on with Ben Simmons? Who gave him the light skin mode activated? What is up his ass?
So, I mean, I think it's it has a lot to do with the hate that he got after last year's after their playoff run ran out.
When he went like 17 for 41, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, and passing out of open layups and making bad decisions with the ball. 76ers fans were out there stomping on his jersey right outside the stadium, lighting his jersey on fire, chanting, "Fuck Ben Simmons, fuck Ben Simmons. Get him out of here. Get out of my city, blah, blah, blah." So he got a lot of hate. And I'm not saying that wasn't expected because these are Philadelphia fans. These fans go to the airport and boo safe landings.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, it's expected. But I don't see why the Sixers are drawing this out. Trade him. Get him out of there. There's no point to it.
Their owner actually said in a statement the other day, like a live fucking statement. I was dying laughing. They were like, Ben Simmons this, Ben Simmons that. And he goes, you guys better buckle up because it could be a long 4 years with this guy. I was like, you're really going to fucking deal with that for the next 4 years? Like you said, just dish him. I would dish him to a horrible fucking team too. I would get nothing for him. Send me your guys' dishwasher and I'll give you Ben Simmons.
So my thing here is Ben Simmons is a great ball player. You could get something for him that you need. You could get water bottles.
A dishwasher. Like I said, a dishwasher, bro. You might need a dishwasher.
I mean, maybe look for another team that has a great athletic trainer and get a good trainer out of this so Joel Embiid's not hurt 97% of the year.
Fucking facts, and crying in a tunnel after they lose and shit. Like
and then I don't have to listen to Embiid fans talk about how Jokic only won an MVP because he was hurt. Well, you don't win MVPs when you're hurt, dog. That's just the moral of the story. Get Ben Simmons out of there. Don't let him get tortured out there. Just get rid of him. It's best for everybody.
Facts. Justin, I know you're not too in tune with the NBA game, man, but just seeing the situation and what the hell this guy's teammate is saying about him after him coming to practice with his phone in his pocket, all kinds of crazy shit. What in your opinion, from the outside perspective, could be going on with this guy?
Yeah, man. I think, like Tony was saying, I kind of did pay attention towards the end of it whenever they were doing their thing, and he was missing like free throw after free throw and all kinds of 2-pointers and just shot after shot, and it's rough. And especially being in Philly, man, dude, you know he was getting roasted after the game. So I think maybe he just doesn't want to be there. But the coach obviously wants him there for the next 4 years. So I mean, it's just rough. You know what I mean? It's like
Doc Rivers does
it's a
not
love-hate
want him
relationship between the coaches. Yeah, they got to figure that out. And
It was their owner.
Yeah, I was about to tell you, their
My
owner is in love with Ben Simmons. The rest of the fucking team and their coach Doc fucking Rivers can't fucking stand Ben Simmons. They can't stand the guy.
Right. So it's only a matter of time.
Dude, I read a statement the other day that said that fucking Doc almost put hands on him. I was like, you almost put hands on another grown man. Like, to say that too, like to say I almost put hands on him like he's a kid, that's fucking crazy. Like, some shit is going on in Philly.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, the Sixers need to realize that this is just unwanted drama that's going to keep you guys from elevating to that next level. They have a young team. They have a great center in Joel Embiid, who we already talked about if he can just stay healthy. I honestly see them winning the East in some ways. They have a great chance. Boston's not going to do it. Celtics suck. The Nets don't look like a super team. Miami fell off. The only team you have to worry about there is freaking Milwaukee.
Hey, I think Chicago's looking good too.
It's
Lonzo figured out his shot. And so that being said, Lonzo going from not being able to shoot to learning how to shoot just shows me that Ben Simmons is just fucking lazy.
No, I've already
discussed that he can't. I was about to say, it's not that he can't get better. He just won't.
No, he's shooting with the wrong hand. I've already discussed this.
He's fucking
stupid. His left hand, right?
Yeah, so he's shooting with his left hand because growing up, his dad made him do that. Because his dad said that left-hand shooters are less liable to be blocked.
Growing up, Lonzo shot like he rode the short bus. He fixed it.
Yeah, but he's using the right hand. When you know that this comes down to a right hand, you're left brain dominant. Left hand, you're right brain dominant. It all comes down to that. This man is obviously not ambidextrous. So let him use his right hand.
Ben Simmons, I was a great switch hitter back in high school, motherfucker. Learn how to play with both sides. All right? That's all I'm going to say. It's my last case.
He just needs to start eating cereal with his left hand and doing normal things. Brush your teeth with your left hand. You know what I mean? Like, go
wipe your ass with your left hand. Stop.
That one might be a little risky.
Oh shit, he just ties his right hand. He just ties his right arm down to his body the whole fucking day.
Whatever it takes, man. If you're not going to switch hands back to your normal one, figure it out. Go through the steps. Go through the motions.
I'd fucking
damn
him. Doc, tie his fucking arm down for 36 hours. He might figure out how to fucking shoot left-handed. I don't know. But let's keep going with the NBA topics. You guys know the other day the all-time top NBA players came out, the list of 75 through the 75th year. There were some players fucking snubbed on this. And I'm not a huge NBA fan, but I can tell you one player specifically that was snubbed on this. But let's go ahead and look at the list real quick. I'm not going to go ahead and name everybody, but you guys can go ahead and knock off the names, read who you would like to read. I see a couple names on there, Magic Johnson, Allen Iverson, Kevin Garnett. Just some names that truly deserve to be on there. Fucking Tim Duncan's on there, Wilt Chamberlain, Larry Bird, bunch of fucking real players. Shaquille O'Neal, Dennis Rodman, Ray Allen, D Wade, Kobe, Carmelo Anthony made it to the fucking list. That's all I'm gonna say. Paul Pierce and Russell Westbrook made it to the fucking list. You guys see it here. Dirk Nowitzki definitely deserves to be there. Oscar Robertson, Bill Russell, Kevin Durant, Giannis, James Harden is on that list. John Stockton, Steve Nash, Charles Barkley. Definitely a bunch of names that do deserve to be on there. And I've seen a couple names that definitely, in my opinion, don't deserve to be on there. But Tony, I know you got a couple rolling around in your head. Let me just get this out. Klay Thompson got fucking robbed.
Yes, Klay Thompson should be there instead of Chris Paul. Klay Thompson should be there instead of Anthony Davis. Klay Thompson should be there in front of a lot of people. And I could see...
There's a lot of players that just have it. Like, I get they're great players and shit, but how can you put them in the top 75 all time? Like, no offense.
They haven't won anything.
How the fuck can you put Damian Lillard in this list?
Okay, hang on. Relax.
Damian Lillard's a great player, but like you just said,
I understand.
What has he done?
He's the most underrated guy who's never won an MVP, who's never won a title. He is the most underrated man to ever play basketball and not get what he
Let me change my answer then. How the fuck do you put Westbrook, Rock a Baby on the fucking list?
That now we're on the same page.
How the fuck does Russell Westbrook make the list, but Klay Thompson, they're like,
Yeah, no, that's ridiculous. Especially because Klay Thompson is all over your NBA record book. So where is he at here?
Facts. And I see a bunch of players that don't even, like, I didn't even see AD, but I know AD is supposed to be on there. How the fuck did AD make it?
He shouldn't have. He shouldn't have. And he really only made it just because he looked so good last year. 1 year.
LeBron will change your career, I guess. LeBron
It is what it is, man.
Let's go ahead and talk some MLB now. Got through the NBA subjects, swinging it on to MLB. Astros advance to their third World Series in 3 years. Definitely fucking a good team. As much as you guys want to say they cheated, which they did, it's proven, it's shown. But the Astros are some fucking guys, and they're in the third World Series in the last 3 years. They advance. Tony, please correct me if I'm wrong, but the Dodgers game over yet?
No.
What's the score?
4-2, bottom of the 8th. Braves up to bat, 2 on base, 2 out.
And they're up 4, right? Or they're up 2, right?
They're up 2, yeah.
Okay. Bottom of the 8th. I need my Atlanta Braves to go ahead and get this dub. If the Atlanta Braves go ahead and win tonight, then they advance to the World Series and go ahead and beat the Dodgers. But if the Dodgers win tonight, they do play tomorrow. If the Dodgers win, they do play tomorrow for, I believe, game 5 or game 6.
Here we go.
It might be
top of the 9th. Going into the top of the 9th. Here we go.
Dodgers up to bat.
They will be after a quick commercial break.
A quick commercial break. It comes down. It comes down simply to 3 outs for the Los Angeles Dodgers. If they can get through the 3 outs while scoring 2 points to at least tie the game, then the game continues on. If they cannot score 2 points within the next 3 outs, then they lose. The Atlanta Braves continue to the World Series versus, like I just showed you, the Houston Astros as they clinch their 3rd World Series in the last 3 fucking years. Hopefully they don't cheat though. But let me go ahead and show you guys a stat. So Astros pitcher Framber Valdez, sorry, I didn't want to fuck his name up, did not start pitching until he was 16 years old. He earned an MLB tryout after throwing just 6 pitches and signed with the Astros for $10,000 out of Dominican Republic as a 21-year-old kid. He reached the big leagues in just 3 years. He just threw 8 innings and picked up the ALCS win to advance them to the World Series, man. So baseball is getting good. Like we said, I don't remember exactly how many no-hitters there were this year. I don't remember exactly how many home runs Shohei Ohtani hit this year. But, man, baseball, I've never been more in tune to the MLB than I have this season. And it's been, honestly, a pleasure. I can't thank these guys. I can't thank these players. I can't thank guys like Matt Ferracci, who gets all the angles from these guys' games and dugouts and stuff like that. He also said Dude's pitching performance was insane in Fenway. And, yeah, Matt Ferracci was actually there, I'm pretty sure, to go ahead and see that in person. Definitely send me some videos. We would love to go ahead and make a commercial here on the Rick T platform for Matt Ferracci. Go ahead and get some mix-ups of, some cool moments that he had in the MLB, maybe the World Series. I know he'll be there. But Matt Ferracci doing it big. We'll definitely keep an eye on that game. I know Tony's watching it, so we'll go ahead and see if the Dodgers can pull it out. If not, it will be the Atlanta Braves versus the Houston Astros in the 2021 World Series. So best luck, to the Astros. But if it's my Braves, fuck them.
Let's go Dodgers.
You're going for the Dodgers
right now, but if
he just likes saying let's go Dodgers.
But if they lose, then I gotta go Stros. Go Stros.
I don't know about this, Matt. You're kind of wild in with this one.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know, man. March Madness is fucking crazy. The NBA Finals gets wild. I would honestly say the NBA and March Madness are better than the NFL playoffs.
They get pretty insane. They're fun to watch. They're fun to watch. I will give you this, though. October is really the only time of the year that I watch baseball consistently every night. Pissing off my family because none of them like baseball, but I have it on the Dodgers game every year. So
it's when it gets good, man. But now getting off of the NBA talk, getting off the MLB talk, and it's now time to talk about something a little bit more exciting. So let's get back into it, fellas. You guys already know what it is. our Week 7 NFL Pick'ems. Looking back at the list from Week 6. In first from Week 6, we have another fucking tie. Isn't this, a little sketchy, huh, Tony?
Another tie?
Another tie between you and Jello.
Huh.
You both tied with, I won't say even shitty records, outstanding records of 12-2.
Ooh.
What do you guys have going on?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? What do you have going on with
Yo,
Jello?
they're on to us, bro. We got to stop.
He's like, Jello, fucking thank God you didn't show up, bro. Thank God. Hey. But you finished 12-2 with the only losses being the Denver game and the Seattle game. DK Metcalf really fucked you there.
Mhm.
And Jello's only losses being the Denver game and the Chargers game. He had the Chargers over Baltimore, and they lost 34-6. So that was fucked up. I finished third with my best record yet at 10-4.
Nice.
Can I get a fucking round of applause here? That's fucking outstanding for me, man. Going from 8-9 and shit to 10-4, I felt like the king of the world. I thought I was gonna finish first. Nope, still at third. But going into Week 6 totals, so Jello and you are tied once again at 55-20, and I am what is that? 8 games away at 47-27. So
nice.
It's not too bad. I could have a quick catch up. It is only Week 7. There's 17 weeks. I got 10 more weeks to go ahead and get these dubs. But man, this is a great week. Great week ahead of us. And I'll go ahead and show you guys.
I think the same coach told me that what Farachi said. I think we heard that in the same room.
The only time you need to watch baseball is the last minute of the game.
Basketball.
Oh, I was
I
like,
think we heard that
timed.
We heard that in the same room somewhere for sure. I heard that before.
I would say the last 3 minutes because shit could get popping.
Yeah, shit get crazy.
But looking at this week's games, man. Hey, how do we want to do this? Before I go ahead and pop this up, Tony, you're obviously leading it. But what's the order for tonight's pick'ems? We need to know. I don't want to go first.
I'll go first.
How about you go third?
Wow. Why? Because you need to mess me up?
No. I just need to see if your picks are genuine.
Okay, go ahead. I already sent you my picks earlier today. So.
You might fucking mix them up. I forgot to make the graphic.
Oh, okay.
You might mix them up, man. I made this graphic instead. This took a lot of work.
All right.
Took a lot of fucking work. Tell me this isn't pretty nice though. I could have added some logos,
Okay.
but maybe next week.
Looks good.
So game number 1 starting at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Justin, you're going first. This is the order we're going in. You, me, Tony. So I'll do the first half of the games. I'll do the first half of the games. Tony, you can go ahead and control the second half of the games.
You're good, bro. Just go ahead and take them.
You sure?
Yep.
I kind of like that you control half of it. It gives me like some time to think.
All right. Yeah, I got you.
You know what I mean?
All right.
I got
Give me some time to observe.
I could do it if you don't want to, Tony.
I got it.
Oh, Justin.
Oh, actually, yeah. We don't ever get Justin to control it. Yeah, go ahead, Justin.
Justin, take it away.
All right, I got you. They're not really in order, buddy, but from what I got, but it's okay.
What are you what are you talking about?
Where do you want to?
Do
you want me to start?
I'll start.
I'm starting.
Justin. These are in. Yeah, you're starting. I'll go ahead and lead it. This is definitely in order, man. Starting off with the first 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time game, 11 a.m. Standard or Mountain Standard Time game. The Washington football team travels up to Green Bay to take on the Green Bay Packers. Justin, who do you have in this one?
I got Aaron Rodgers and the Packers going, defending their hometown and winning the game 34-17.
Why does Justin sound like he's an announcer in the 1920s? And Babe Ruth goes deep to left field.
That shit really did.
That shit was good.
You said Packers 34-17, right?
34-17.
All right, man. The 2-4 Washington football team in the Dallas Cowboys division taking on the Green Bay Packers. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not sold on the Green Bay Packers yet. Yes, they have been winning. Yes, they have been destroying sorry teams like the Bears. And,
before you do this, don't do this. Okay.
What?
Don't take Washington. If you take Washington, I'm going to just not allow you to do this anymore.
I got the Packers 21-13. I was just saying I'm not fucking sold on Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. They don't. I wouldn't be scared if Washington won this one. It wouldn't surprise me. But I got the Packers 21-13.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take the Packers here 35-14, just based off of the fact that Washington has the worst pass defense in the league.
Let's not talk about their fucking horrible quarterback, Taylor Heineke, too. He's fucking horrible.
He impresses the shit out of me every 7 plays.
And then it's just he impresses me again the very next play because it's so bad. Neutral. Impressed in a good way, impressed in a fucking bad way. Neutral again.
Yep, exactly.
That's him, man. Moving on to game number 2, the Chiefs take on the Titans, who just got a big win over the Buffalo Bills. To go ahead and save their season, in my opinion. Justin, who you got in this one? Chiefs at Titans.
Man, I think this is going to be a high-scoring game, but I think Mahomes and that Chiefs team is going to be wanting redemption, so it's going to be 42-35 Chiefs.
42-35. That's a high-ass scoring game, but I like that a lot. So looking into this one, man, Chiefs take on the Titans. Like I said, the Titans just got a big win over the Buffalo Bills. I do have the Chiefs winning this one. I'll go ahead and say 31-21. I have it a 10-point win. But don't get me wrong, Patrick Mahomes will not have a great game. He will throw a pick or two, but I do think they will win by 10. 31-21. Tony?
Okay, Matt, you don't need to do this to me, okay? I'm already...
Matt's play-by-play in the shit. I love it.
I'm going through it by myself over here, okay? That's why I'm on mute crying a little bit. That's why I'm off screen. Just leave me alone. All right, I got the Chiefs winning this game 28-24. I don't think this is going to be a crazy high-scoring game like Justin said, but I don't see it being a low-scoring game either. It'll be fun to watch.
I like it. Game number 3, man. 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Falcons take on the Fins after taking their first L of not the first L, but they gave the Jacksonville Jaguars their first W of the season last week in London. Hold on. I want to go ahead and.
It's all right, Tony. It's all right, Tone.
Let it breathe.
Next year, Doyers will get it.
Let it breathe.
Man, that hurts.
I'm not gonna get too into it. Hey,
go Stros, huh?
It would have been crazy if it was Dodgers versus Astros. I won't lie. They would have been a good World Series. I wish the Astros didn't make it.
Go Stros, baby.
You're going for the Astros. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm bouncing back and forth, buddy. But yeah, let's go Stros.
They're cheaters.
Hey, they win.
That's true. Falcons at Dolphins, Justin.
Oh, yeah, man. I got ATL taking this one down there in Miami, 17-13. I think it's going to be a shootout, but I think the Falcons really get Kyle Pitts involved here tomorrow.
So, not a bad take, and this is probably one of my hardest takes of the week, just being that both teams are so hit or miss. The Falcons come out. They've been showing that, Cordell Patterson is kind of their team takeover with Calvin Ridley and a bunch of other players being injured on the Atlanta Falcons. But Miami, man, for some reason, I think they're going to bounce back. I think Tua's going to have a good week. Might be a little biased that I pick him up in fantasy, but I got the Dolphins winning this one 24-13.
Okay. Falcons 14-10.
14-10. Moving on,
right.
Game number 4 of the week, man. 11 a.m. as well. Jets travel up to Foxborough to take on the Patriots. Who you got in this one, Justin?
And Jets versus Patriots, I think that's going to be a good one. But I see Mac Jones and the New England Patriots stomping all over the Jets and Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson, he's got to get it under wraps, but I think he throws about 2 picks, and it's going to be 26-10, New England.
26-10 New England. Matt Faraci cannot be happy about that one, saying, Jets Nation, baby, shut the fuck up, Justin.
Matt,
He's pissed about that. Matt, you, watch your language. But moving on, man. Jets at Patriots. The way the Patriots came out and took Dallas to overtime last weekend, Mac Jones showed me he had a lot of heart. Bill Belichick showed me he still had some tricks up his damn sleeve. I definitely have the Patriots winning this one big. I got 31-7.
Jesus. Okay. I got 17-10 Patriots.
Really? Dallas game
you
last weekend, man.
disrespectful motherfucker.
Did you not watch the Dallas game last weekend? Them motherfucker put up a challenge.
You're wildin'.
They're a decent little team up there at 2-4. I don't know how their record's so bad. Mac Jones is different. But moving on. Jesus, why would you pop that back up? Jesus. Panthers 3-3 take on the 1-5 Giants up there in New Jersey. Who you got in this one, Justin?
Man, I'm stringing together a parlay. One thing I've learned is not to bet against the Giants. I'm going Giants 21-13. We talked about it earlier. They need a big momentum swing, and I think the Panthers is a team to do it against.
So, honestly, I cannot disagree with you on that one. This was also a hard game for me to pick this weekend, being the Panthers have lost 4 in a row, being that the Giants are only 1-5. This is a trash bowl game, but I do think that the Giants are going to go ahead and swing it around, whether it's Daniel Jones to Kadarius Toney, whether they get, some other weapons back, whether Saquon's back this weekend. I definitely have the Giants winning this one. I'll go ahead and say 23-17. What the fuck? I just realized that there's
Giant
Panthers on there. I was like, what the fuck?
That's funny.
Sorry.
All right, I got the Panthers winning 14-7.
14-7? You got the Panthers winning?
Yeah.
Huh. What's up? Are you sad, Tony? What's going on? You're not giving us a little bit of reasoning? Just fucking scores?
Yeah, my bad. All right, Panthers win this one because I like the way that their defense is playing lately.
Hey,
Tony, their defense is fucking trash lately. They do get Stephon Gilmore back this week, though. Stephon Gilmore off of IR.
Could be different.
I don't know. I see him putting up good numbers in fantasy, so I guess I'm going strictly off fantasy. I'm not watching too many of the Carolina games.
Yeah, they're fucking trash. Sam Darnold looks like Sam Darnold for the Jets again. But moving on. Nope, definitely not close to the last 11 a.m. games. I love how they have so many 11 a.m. games. It's fucking beautiful. I'm in love with it. But moving on, Bengals 4-2 take on the Ravens 5-1. I'm gonna go ahead and say this is my personal game of the fucking week. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase go ahead and take on Lamar Jackson and that trio of running backs that they have going on there. So Justin, who do you have in this one? This is gonna be a banger.
I'm going to go ahead and take Baltimore in this one over Cincinnati, and I think it's going to be a blowout. I do think it's going to be a good game, but I think the Baltimore Ravens are going to blow them out. They got components working. Lamar's firing all cylinders. Hollywood Brown is catching balls. Mark Andrews is looking good, and the defense is good. So Baltimore winning 27-10.
Like it. Baltimore 27-10. I'm also going to take this one's tough, but I'm going to also take Baltimore in this one. I think this is going to be a closer game than a lot of people expect. I'm going to go ahead and take Baltimore in this one 28-26. I think this will be a close-ass game.
I don't know about that. I got the Ravens winning this game 28-17, and it's all because of Michael Vick 2.0.
Ooh, like it. Moving on, Washington football team 2-4. Why the fuck are these games on here twice? What the fuck was I doing? Why am I just noticing this so late too? Moving on, man. Eagles at Raiders, the first 2:05 p.m. game, Mountain Standard Time, 4:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Justin, I know who you got in this one, but tell us a little bit why.
Yeah, man. Look for the Raiders to come and play some sound football. Like I said, they're going through a lot. Everybody's going to be bonding together. All cylinders are going to be firing. This defense is a problem for almost any team, especially this Eagles team. So I don't have them putting up much points against us. I got the Las Vegas Raiders winning at home 28-10.
28-10. I like it, man. Honestly, being a Dallas fan, I do watch Eagles games just to keep a tab on them. Yes, their record is not the best. I believe they're 2-4. But man, one thing that I will say about the Eagles is if they play a team that cannot keep Jalen Hurts in the pocket, which going against the Baltimore Ravens, I didn't really see you guys keep Lamar Jackson in the pocket too well. So it kind of worries me about this Raiders team. I do have the Raiders winning this one 23-20, but I'm telling you right now, the biggest worry you guys should have is Jalen Hurts using his legs.
100%, man. Yeah, I like Jalen Hurts being a Sooner, but not an Eagle.
Not an Eagle. Can't fuck with the Eagles. Tell me who you got in this one. Eagles at Raiders.
Oh, this one hurts. I got the Raiders 24-10. Yeah, I don't think that this is going to be a very close game at all.
So this is going to be an ass whooping. Moving on, man. This is also one of my games of the week, being the circumstances of it. Lions at Rams. Matt Stafford gets to play his old Lions team as fucking Jared Goff gets to travel back to LA and play Sean McVay and the Rams. Justin, who you got in this one?
I think this one's going to be a shootout to start, maybe like 14-14 at half. But then Matthew Stafford and the LA Rams are going to come out and trump Detroit 35-17.
Damn, 35-17, man. I'm waiting for one of these weeks where I can pick the Lions confidently, but this is not one of those weeks. So Lions at Rams. I definitely have the Rams winning this one big. I'm going to go ahead and say 32-13.
All right, I personally think that this game is getting too much hype just because it's the return game for both of these guys. This is going to be an absolute blowout. Rams are going to win this one 28-3. There's not really anything that's going to tell me different unless Jared Goff decides to come out and hang some freaking 4 touchdowns on the Rams' head, which I don't see happening.
I'll tell you what's going to be the difference. DeAndre Swift is going to be the difference, okay?
He's questionable every week.
He is, but he's still got 500-plus yards. The guy's gone.
He's on peds. He's on drugs.
You might want to go ahead and send him a drug test, NFL. The guy is a fucking beast. He's a beast. I feel the same way about Antonio Gibson. Guy's always questionable, but fucking comes out and puts up 15+ in fantasy. Like, how questionable are you, buddy? But no one's taking the Lions in this one. Don't blame them. This next one is going to be a fucking blowout beyond blowouts. Texans at Cardinals. Don't know how the Texans have a win, but they do. When is Tyrod Taylor coming back?
No clue, man.
Jesus fuck. Without him, I can't even fucking put my chips on them ever. I got Cardinals winning this one. I'll go ahead and say 31-10, and that's generous.
I'm going 28-7, and that's generous.
Sorry, we skipped you, Justin. Justin, go ahead.
And yeah, I mean, we went over it. They've been outscored in the last 2 games, 72-3. I'm not giving them any type of generosity. It's going to be 42-3 tomorrow.
He's like, fuck that. Add on to the score. They're maybe adding 3. That's it.
Yeah.
42-3.
42-3. That might be fucking accurate too. I feel more confident in his score than I do in mine. It's fucked. It's fucked. Moving on, man. Justin, you can take this one first again. Let's go ahead and get back on track. Bears at Tampa Bay. I think this one may be a little bit closer than a lot of people expect, but who do you got in this one?
Man, a little backstory. I've seen some stuff, media was chirping at Tom Brady saying, this is the first Ohio State guy you've played in a long time. He said, well, yeah, it's because, usually not a lot of Ohio State guys, usually more Michigan guys and stuff like that. So they're like, ah, ha, ha. So I think Justin Fields, being that athlete player he is going to bring his all against this legendary guy, Tom Brady. But I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning this one 35-20.
35-20, 15-point deficit, man. But I agree with you. Something about And I don't know what it is. Something about playing great teams, great players brings the greatness out of certain people. And Justin Fields seems like one of those guys where he knows he's going up against the best of the best. So he's going to bring his best week in and week out, especially against this Tampa Bay team. But I agree with you. I do have Tampa Bay winning this one. But like I said, I have this one being close. I got Tampa Bay winning this one 28-24.
I like both defenses in this one.
Nice.
However, I think Justin Fields gets sacked 7 times this game. I'm taking Buccaneers 21-10.
21-10, man. Sunday night game. Moving it on. This is going to be a good one, too. Honestly, Colts got a few big wins recently, and so have the 49ers. They played a great game against the Arizona Cardinals a couple weeks ago where they only lost by 7. But going into this one, I do believe Jimmy Garoppolo is starting. But let's go ahead and talk about it, Justin. Colts at 49ers for the Sunday night game. Who do you have in this one?
Oh, initially what I wrote down is San Fran 21-10, but after, seeing your stat about Carson Wentz and kind of thinking about it, I think I kind of want to change it for my parlay, but for the sake of these picks, I'm gonna keep it. I think I'll rock with San Francisco and go that they're gonna win 21-10. Maybe it'll be 21-17 though.
Okay.
If I can give you any advice at all with betting, don't put your money in the hands of Carson Wentz.
Fucking Buffalo Bill, a.k.a. Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah, if you go ahead and you put it on Carson Wentz, I guarantee you he throws multiple interceptions this game.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll rock with San Fran though. I'll stick with my original 21-10, but I could see Wentz getting in there twice.
So, I once heard this saying, and I'm sure you guys have heard it too. You can bring a buffalo to water, but you can't make him drink, right?
Yep.
I got Colts in this one. 28-17. Sorry, Tony. You can give me all the advice you want. That doesn't mean I'm going to take it.
Oh, no, you're not putting money on it. I'm saying, from my experience, if a guy's playing well, I'm not going to go throw money on him when it's Carson Wentz.
Okay. I understand that a little bit more, but I still do have the Colts in this one.
Yeah, if you want to take him in your pick'ems and go 9 for 7 this week, go ahead.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see.
Fuck you. Take 49ers so I can go ahead and get this dub over you.
Cool. I got the 49ers winning this game 10-7.
Damn, that's a boring fucking Sunday night game. I know.
Yep.
Yeah, my Sunday night's I'm about to be playing Among Us or something. Fuck.
Yeah.
The game's gonna fucking suck. Jesus. Moving on to the Monday night game, and I think this is gonna be a banger as well. Saints travel up to Seattle to play the Seahawks. You guys know the Seattle Seahawks took a tough L in overtime last week to the Pittsburgh Steelers due to DK Metcalf's nonsense playing hero ball, as Shannon Sharp would say. Justin, who do you have in this one? Saints at Seahawks.
Man, I got the Saints beating the Seahawks at home with the 12th man and all, man. 28-17. I think that the Saints are going to come well-rounded. They haven't really showed us too much this year, but I think this is the game for them to win with, Russell Wilson being out. And that Steelers-Seahawks game, man, they didn't seem like the Seahawks were firing on all cylinders, all this DK drama. I could see them slipping behind.
Yeah, I agree. We said earlier in the show, after talking about John Gruden, Matt Faraci actually said it, but it says usually when stuff happens on a team, the players come together and usually play well and, work together to get a dub. I think that is only acceptable with shit that happens with your coach or your franchise. I don't think that is acceptable with players. So I think a lot of Seattle players are probably pissed off at DK for, saying certain shit to Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp. And I think that's going to affect their team big this Monday night. So I definitely have the Saints winning this one, 28-17. Isn't that the score you just had, Justin?
Yep, 28-17.
Yeah, I got Saints 28-17.
Let's go.
In Gino we trust, baby. Seahawks 14-7.
I thought you said in Gino we trust, and I was like, who the fuck? Who's Gina?
Gino.
What's the score you got?
14-7.
You're picking some boring ass games this week. What's wrong? You hate the NFL, don't you?
No, I don't. Saints have a good defense. Saints also don't have a quarterback.
I mean, what do you call Jameis Winston? What do you
legally blind?
It's still a fucking quarterback, tomorrow, man. Hey, Sundays are always the best damn days.
This is a crazy ass stat to see.
Or just quarterback starting this week. W franchise. Maybe L franchise. Are any of them starting for you?
They all seem to go somewhere else and succeed a little bit more than they do.
That's what I'm saying. Are any of them starting for yourself?
That's what it says on that power ranking. There was like 5 Jets quarterbacks in the last 3 years. So I was like,
you're like, holy fuck, cow. These guys are really bad at drafting quarterbacks.
They're just shitting them out over there. Or shipping them, sorry.
Shitting them, shipping them. It don't matter. They're doing them both, man. But as you guys know, that was our NFL Week 7 pick'ems. Moving into the bye weeks, Dallas at 5-1, Bills at 4-2, Jags at 1-5, Chargers at 4-2, Vikings at 3-3, and Steelers at 3-3. All going into Week 7 with those records as their bye. But that was our Week 7 NFL pick'ems here on the Rick T Podcast, Season 2, Episode 26. You guys got anything else to end our show off saying? You guys got anything else for the fucking people? Justin,
I got some takes when you're done.
Go ahead, Tony.
Ooh, all right. Bills are winning the Super Bowl. Nuggets in 7. Broncos suck. Fire Vic Fangio. Go Avs.
All right. That was very Denver associated. Mine's going to be a little bit lighter here. Something I want to talk about is the Rick T Gaming team. We're still trying to get that, up and running to the full extent, but we do have room for more, and we invite you all to join, man. Just send us your clips. You don't have to be the best gamer. You just got to like games, Maybe you want to get your clips out there, get some notoriety. Maybe it'll take off for you. Maybe it'll take off for us. We do have merch and stuff coming here soon, so let's go. Early World Series predictions. Go Stros, baby.
Braves or Astros? I got Braves winning this one. I got them winning it in. I'll say 6. I'll be a real one and say 6. I got them winning it in 6.
So this one hurts because it's always fuck the Astros. Always fuck the Astros. So I'm gonna have to go Braves on this one, even though my Dodgers just got knocked out. Braves in 5, man. Fuck the Astros.
Let's go.
Stros in 5.
Holy shit, this guy is fucking stupid. But go ahead. I didn't care who will win, but I want a game 7. I bet you do. I bet you fucking do, boy. Oh, just imagine Matt's
looking for that overtime, dog.
He wants that fucking shot. Matt wants that goddamn shot, baby, and I don't blame him for it.
The
Man.
walk-off home run in Game 7 to win the World Series. Matt's just out there running.
Matt, if that fucking happens, I just want you to know we'll be here like